Hello everyone and welcome back to Dragon Age. Wanted to check in with Liliana here.
There were so many questions surrounding Faria's death. Did he think we wouldn't notice? He's killed Faria, one of my best agents, and knows where the others are. You know what must be done. Make it clean. Painless if you can. We were friends once.
What the heck? There we go. I remain silent.
It will be done.
I'm sorry you had to see that. Trust me. Everything I do is to protect our interests. Now if you're happy, I have more work to do.
Okay.
Reports of fade rifts and demons keep coming. The people are terrified, and it's only getting worse. The only thing that will calm their fears now is the hope that someone out there can save them. You have to be that someone. No one else has any power over the rifts. Seal them. Your legend will spread, and Thedas will learn to trust the Inquisition.
Alright, let's start
They
that.
called you the left hand of the divine.
That they did? What of it?
What? Alright.
I'd like to hear about Justinia. What was she like?
A friend. A mentor. Like me, she had secrets. Made mistakes. It made her human. I think her followers responded to that.
Was there something more than friendship between you?
You're asking if we were lovers? Typical. I was devoted to her, therefore it must be romantic. Love is common. Love is simple. My bond with Justinia was something greater. She was a sister, a mother, a teacher. So to answer your question, yes, it was more than friendship.
Okay.
How did you and Justinia meet?
I met her a long time ago, before she became divine. Before she was Justinia. When I met her, she was Mother Dorothea. I was at my lowest. Broken, lost. And she saved me. No, wait. She hates it when I say that. I saved myself. She just showed me it was possible.
We'll talk more later.
How can you be so calm with everything we believe called into question?
It's good you've returned. We heard of your encounter.
You heard?
My agents in a city sent word ahead, of course.
It's a shame the Templars have abandoned their senses, as well as the capital.
At least we know how to approach the mages and Templars now.
Do we? Lord Seeker Lucius is not the man I remember.
True, he has taken the orders somewhere, but to do what? My reports have been very odd.
We must look into it. I'm certain not everyone in the Order will support the Lord Seeker.
Or the Herald could simply go to meet the mages in Redcliffe instead.
You think the Mage Rebellion is more united? It could be 10 times worse.
I'm not sure. I mean, the mages we can deal with. I don't know. I don't trust any of them, really.
Or you could stop bickering and make a decision.
I agree.
We shouldn't discount Redcliffe. The mages may be worth the risk.
They are powerful, Ambassador, but more desperate than you realize.
You think the invitation could be some kind of trap?
If some among the rebel mages were responsible for what happened at the Conclave,
The same could be said about the Templars.
True enough. Right now, I'm not certain we have enough influence to approach the Order safely.
Then the Inquisition needs agents in more places. That's something you can help with.
In the meantime, we should consider other options. There is one other matter. Several months ago, the Grey Wardens of Ferelden vanished. I sent word to those in Royeaux, but they have also disappeared. Ordinarily, I wouldn't even consider the idea they're involved in all this, but the timing is curious.
The Grey Wardens. Haven't really heard about them since the first game.
So you're telling me this because...
The others have disregarded my suspicion, but I cannot ignore it. 2 days ago, my agents in the hinterlands heard news of a Grey Warden by the name of Blackwall. If you have the opportunity, please seek him out. Perhaps he can put my mind at ease.
And if he can't?
Then there may be more going on than we thought.
The Lone Warden. Search for Blackwall in the hinterlands. Okay. It looks like we have a quest over here. And travel to Redcliffe and make contact.
Excuse me. I've got a message for the Inquisition, but I'm having a hard time getting anyone to talk to me.
Who are you, soldier?
Cremisius Aclassi with the Bulls Chargers Mercenary Company. We mostly work out of Royeaux and Navarra. We've got word of some Tevinter mercenaries gathering out on the Storm Coast. My company commander, Iron Bull, offers the information free of charge. If you'd like to see what the Bulls Chargers can do for the Inquisition, meet us there and watch us work.
Iron Bull, you say? Freddie Prince's character.
What can your Bulls Chargers offer the Inquisition?
We're loyal, we're tough, and we don't break contracts. Ask around Royeaux. We've got references.
What should I know about your commander?
Iron Bull? He's one of those Canari, the big guys with the horns. He leads from the front, he pays well, and he's a lot smarter than the last bastard I worked for. Best of all, he's professional. We accept contracts with whoever makes the first real offer. You're the first time he's gone out of his way to pick a side.
Why did your commander send us this information?
Iron Bull wants to work for the Inquisition. He thinks you're doing good work.
I look forward to meeting this Iron Bull.
We're the best you'll find. Come to the Storm Coast and you can see us in action.
Very well. I'd be curious to see Iron Bull.
My creator, judge me whole. Find me well.
I don't know if Apothecary Don can get you that many healing drafts, revered mother.
If you cannot, that can't be it. Perhaps Liliana was... No, that seems unlikely. What can... Oh, hello, Master Kadash.
Hello?
Hello? Can I help you with something?
Why did you decide to research dangerous creatures?
I like the outdoors. The idea of the outdoors, anyway. When some monster is coming at you, glowing eyes and burning claws, it's terrifying. But once you know how it works, you can deal with it. It's just another part of the world. So much of this world is only frightening because we don't understand it.
I'll speak with you later.
Travel safely.
Know thy enemy. Is that not right there? Looks right there. Oh. It must be this, right?
Please tell
But
me
I
if
haven't...
you find something.
Something on your mind, Ambassador?
You could say that. I was speaking with Liliana and... Well, we discussed how to make people understand that a dwarf could be a herald of Andraste.
Is being a dwarf so controversial?
Everything about you promises to be controversial. Dwarves rarely join the Chantry. Why would the Maker's Chosen be one, they wonder? Few realize dwarves even have a religion in their philosophy of the stone.
How do you know about that?
Most humans don't know about the stone.
I've dined with merchants from Orzammar. Those who at court are happy to enlighten us. They explained that dwarves believe stone is alive, that good dwarven souls return to it in death. It was interesting. even if the Chantry mothers found it less than amusing.
It's all punk. I never learned much about it.
I never paid much attention to any of that stone stuff.
That's fortunate. The Chantry is already worried about the mark on your hand.
Hmm.
I wish I could help convince them I'm not a threat.
There are stories about your past that
Well,
may make it difficult. Liliana was telling me rumors that... it sounds preposterous, but... there are stories circulating that you were part of a criminal organization. The Dwarven Garda.
Well...
I am. Or I was. Until the Conclave.
I was hoping... oh dear. Were you only smuggling at least? Exchanging a few goods on the surface?
What makes you think I've never been to Orzammar?
I thought you were without a caste. It was my understanding that dwarves born on the surface are casteless and barred from Orzammar.
There's ways to get inside Orzammar, if you know who to bribe. The Carta always knows. I've slipped in a handful of times.
Yes, about that. I do need to know the extent of your involvement in the Carta's activities.
Huh. Let's say smuggling. Nothing dangerous.
I was the buyer for fancy surface goods we sold to rich dwarven houses. Long hours, but peaceful compared to most Carta work.
Well, that is a relief. Perhaps we can make your former occupation sound... less unsavory. I'll handle the subject of your past carefully, Herald. I'm sure you can't miss that life.
I'm hoping you like Bad Boys. I like Bad Boys the movie, it's pretty good.
The Carta could be rough, but I knew who had my back. Here, I have to learn all over again.
I will not lie. The selfish and power-hungry will walk among us before this fight is over. But the Inquisition also attracts those who dream of peace. You'll find new companions among them.
Alright, summon the War Council. Storm Coast. Is that Ferelden? Commander Colin, your honor guard was a welcome sight at the Divine's Vigil. As a measure of thanks, I am sending Ferelden arms and equipment for your troops. Taryn Fergus Coasland. Excellent. Inquisition needs bees. I do not know how someone would come to this idea, but I can see the use. It is a large area to search, however. A memo from Josephine written on a note from Sarah. Know what ruins a party? Bees. I know a man who teaches how to jar them safe but angry. Stingy. No good for honey, but great for throwing. He's somewhere south. Sarah has scribbled a jar of bees hitting someone in the face. Also, a butt. Alright. It's too large an area to cover. Bounty hunters are a simpler bet. Sure.
Alright.
Oh my goodness. Champions of the Just. What? 4 to 7. Choosing the Templars will make it impossible to work with the mages. Liliana and Josephine have been working tirelessly to convince, coerce, and win over some of Orlay's most influential houses. 10 noble families will help the Inquisition pressure the Templars into sealing the breach, traveling to Theronfall Redoubt and demanding the Lord's secret deal with them or face the wrath of Orlais. The Inquisition has promised the Herald of Andraste as his voice in these negotiations. We won't do that yet. There are other things to do. Although it does say 4 to 7, right? Kadash. What I'm hearing is the card has been paid off. No more hit. No more hit. Happy Dasher. All that rot. Good work. Might even see if I can pay a visit to one of the safe houses and not lose my head. I'll be in touch. Okay. Our efforts bore fruit. A portion of the profits will be passed to you. Use it wisely, Herald. 119 gold. And you just keep doing that? Okay. The Cult of Andraste. Before the Fifth Blight and the arrival of the hero of Ferelden, Haven was occupied by cultists who worshipped a dragon, one they believed to be Andraste's reborn. Both the cultists and their dragon were long gone by the time the Chantry arrived to rebuild the Temple of Sacred Ashes, but there may still be undiscovered passages in the mountains containing their relics. With a concerted search effort, it might be possible to unearth something useful to the Inquisition. This is a task best left to a few select agents knowledgeable regarding dangerous magic. I have just the ones in mind. Okay.
Let's see what we have.
Okay, so the Storm Coast must be in Orlais. Whoops. Adjust the Chantry. Completed. Investigate the shards. Oh, you know what? I may not be able to travel there because I'm not on the world map. Maybe that's the problem. Okay. Drop and grab. Let's do this. The confrontation with Mother Havera in the Val Royeaux market had the desired effect, to a point. The Chantry's condemnation of the Inquisition was lost amid a flurry. Oh, Jesus. Speculation over the actions of Lord Secret Lucius, as well as a divide in the opinions of the remaining Chantry clerics. There are, however, clerics still loudly denouncing the Herald of Andraste. The Inquisition could leave them to their speeches, but dealing with them before the Chantry affects a new divine could be of benefit. Delicate hand is needed. We should focus on clerics who can be swayed. Or you're the only one left. Alright, so now we'll hit back, and we want to go to the world map. I still don't like that I can't do this. Like, it's her, but there's nothing...
Can I help you with something?
You said you were a mage?
No, just an apprentice. I was never very good at magic. I've got just enough talent to be a danger to other people. But when the mages rebelled, people like me had nowhere to go. The Templars would have killed us. Luckily, Secret Pentagast took me in, along with the Tranquil I was protecting.
You know, we'll talk to her later. We've done a lot of talking. I wanna
Travel safely.
go. Can we not summon her out here? No? Okay.
My creator, judge me whole. Find me well within yours.
So is the world map over... What is that? The apothecary mentioned that his master Ty game was working on something special before he died at the conclave. Oh, this is like a whole map. I just thought this was basically the city. What the heck is that? Oh, I can go to the world map at any time. Jeez, peasy. Alright. So where is... I don't have an option for the Sword Coast. I bet you I have to investigate it first, don't I? Shoot. Well, since this is still open, let's do this. Vivian Defer, the first enchanter of... Yep, has extended an invitation. Use the roadmap to attend the... Yep, let's do it. Yeah, Zara may not be the best to go there. I mean, I don't know. I think she may say some bad things. Doesn't seem to be the event to take her. Maybe not even Varric either, but he can probably hold his own.
Master Kadesh of the Inquisition?
A pleasure, sir. We so rarely have a chance to meet anyone new. It is always the same crowd at these parties. So you must be a guest of Madame de Fer. Or are you here for Duc Bastien?
Are you here on business? I have heard the most curious tales of you. I cannot imagine half of them are true.
Huh.
What have you heard about me?
Some say that when the veil opened, Andraste herself delivered you from the Fade.
I've heard very little about Duc Bastien.
He hasn't been seen much at court lately.
His business with the Council of Heralds often takes him from home for long periods. It can't be good for a man of his years.
And of course, there's the civil war. Bastien probably wishes to distance himself from the actions of his one-time son-in-law.
Tearing up the Dales in a foolish bid for power? It will end in disgrace for Gaspard. Everyone knows it.
Okay.
I'm not familiar with that name. I was invited here by First Enchanter Vivian.
Madame de Fer is a fond nickname the court has given Lady Vivian.
I've heard she finds it amusing.
Some of those storytellers may have gotten carried away.
But only for the best effect. The Inquisition is a ripe subject for wild tales.
The Inquisition. What a lot of pig shit.
Ah!
Washed up sisters and crazed seekers. No one can take them seriously. Everyone knows it's just an excuse for a bunch of political outcasts to grab power.
Is that a sword you have? Do you want to fight? Hmm.
The Inquisition is working to restore peace and order to Thedas.
Here comes the outsider, restoring peace with an army. We know what your Inquisition truly is. If you were a man of honor, you'd step outside and answer the charges.
My dear,
Okay.
how unkind of you to use such language in my house to my guests.
Oh, she's a playable character. I didn't even... Okay.
You know such rudeness is intolerable.
Madame Vivian, I humbly beg your pardon.
You should. Whatever am I going to do with you, my dear? My lord, you're the wounded party in this unfortunate affair. What would you have me do with this foolish, foolish man?
Kill him. Hmm. I'll let him go.
I think the Marquis has seen the error of his ways.
By the grace of Andraste, you have your life, my dear. Do be more careful with it. I'm delighted you could attend this little gathering. I've so wanted to meet you. Allow me to introduce myself. I am Vivian, first Enchanter of Montsimard and Enchantress to the Imperial Court.
Is that Marquis going to pose a problem?
His aunt is the Vicomtesse of Mont de Glace. Not a powerful family, but well respected. And very devout. Alphonse will be disowned for this. It's not the first time he's brought his aunt disgrace, but I'm sure it'll be the last. And after such a public humiliation, I expect he'll run off to the Dales to join the Empress's war effort. Either to make a good end, or to win back a modicum of self-respect.
Your salon has certainly exceeded my expectations so far.
I'm glad to keep you entertained, my dear. I wanted to meet face to face. It is important to consider one's connections carefully. With Divine Justinia dead, the Chantry's in shambles. Only the Inquisition might restore sanity and order to our frightened people. As the leader of the last loyal mages of Thedas, I feel it only right that I lend my assistance to your cause.
What exactly can you do for the Inquisition?
I am well versed in the politics of the Orlesian Empire. I know every member of the Imperial Court personally. I have all the resources remaining to the Circle at my disposal. And I'm a mage of no small talent. Will that do?
Okay.
You say you led the last of the loyal mages. Loyal to whom?
To the people of Thedas, of course. We have not forgotten the commandment, as some have, that magic exists to serve man. I support any effort to restore such order.
Okay. I mean, do I want to know any of this? Do you support the Circle? Do you support the Chantry? I'm not going to ask her what does she get out of this. Or should I? Maybe I should.
What's in this for you?
The same thing anyone gets by fighting this chaos. The chance to meet my enemy, to decide my fate. I won't wait quietly for destruction.
Alright.
The Inquisition will be happy to have you, Lady Vivian.
Great things are beginning, my dear. I can promise you that.
Okay. Now we're just getting all sorts of companions. Hopefully we can find the Iron Bull as well. We go back to Haven. Yep. Okay. So what I want to do is, I guess, send a scouting party to the Sword Coast, if that is on the list of things that we can look at. And I suppose we can also talk to Vivian, who I imagine is in the Chantry building. There she is.
I met an elven mage earlier. Solus, I believe he was called. I admit I was surprised. I didn't expect to find mages among the Inquisition. Tell me, why were you at the Divine Conclave?
Why were you at the Divine Conclave? I don't know if these responses really answer the question. Okay.
The war benefits no one. It must end, and order must be restored.
If only the rebels saw things so clearly. Justinia's death has shattered the balance of power in Thedas. If it is not restored quickly, countless lives will be lost. Mages, Templars, innocent people of all kinds now look to the Inquisition to decide their fate.
That's why you wanted to be here. To have a hand in deciding that fate.
Wouldn't you? For almost 1,000 years, the world believed it was in the hands of the Maker. And now many believe you are the agent of his will. Whatever the truth is, that belief gives you power.
Nobody should claim to know the will of the Maker. Not me, and not the Chantry.
Perhaps nobody should. But if no one leads the way, many will be left behind in darkness. I've stolen enough of your time, my dear. Don't let me keep you.
Okay.
A learned child is a blessing upon
So hopefully we can look at the Sword Coast. If not, then we can just go to the hinterlands and look for Blackwall? Was that his name?
My scouts are posted on the ridges in case there's any trouble.
No, it's not exactly a coastal. I don't know if we can even investigate that area. Where is the Sword Coast? I just cannot remember. Oh, Storm. Yeah, it's right there. Storm Coast. Jesus. Okay. Ferelden has not seen significant Grey Warden activity since Darkspawn attacked the city of Amaranthine 10 years ago. It's not unusual for their order to fade from public notice when there's no blight. However, recent reports claim that a group was traveling along the northern coastline. Wardens tend to follow their own agenda, but the breach has no doubt caught their attention. If they know something, the Inquisition should find out. Sister Liliana, Lieutenant Harding led a small complement of soldiers to the Storm Coast region to investigate reports of Grey Warden activity. She sent word that her party had established a camp near the shore, but we have received nothing further. At this time, the status of Harding and her mission remains unknown. Yes. Shall venture forth. Take you. We'll take Vivian. I like Varric. I like Varric and Cassandra together. It's kind of funny because I just want to hear what they all have to say to each other. Don't know. Varric? I'm gonna have to probably level up Vivian. Whenever you heard of Kirkwall's rebellions, the truth is far worse. I would spare you that. What remains of Kirkwall's Templars have been under my command for the past few years. We've done. Yep. Kind of wish there was like an option to pause at that screen so I can actually read one of those.
Your worship, for what it's worth, welcome to the Storm Coast. I would have sent word sooner, but our efforts have been delayed.
How so?
There's a group of bandits operating in the area. They know the terrain, and our small party has had trouble going up against them. Some of our soldiers went to speak with their leader. Haven't heard back, though.
I'll do what I can to find our people.
Thank you, Your Worship. That's a relief. The soldiers didn't have an exact location for the bandits, but they were starting their search farther down the beach. With all this fuss, we haven't been able to conduct a proper search for the wardens either. Well, good luck, and enjoy the sea air. I hear it's good for the soul.
And here we are. Wardens of the Coast. Where's this Iron Bull at? It was on the Storm Coast, right? Where's the Sword Coast? Oh my gosh, I can't even remember. Wait, was that it? So many things in the hinterlands still to do. Yeah, I think it was the Sword Coast, not the Storm Coast. Okay, that's gonna do it for this episode. I guess since we're here, we can explore a little bit. Not sure if we're supposed to be here yet, though. We'll see. So thanks for watching, everyone. I'll see you next time. Take care.